Hello you guys, I'm Fabio Hart coming back with another video. In this video, what I want to talk about is just your mental health, the mental state in running your commercial cleaning business, or excuse me, or any business for that matter. Let's talk about it, whether you're just starting up, whether you're just been doing it for some years now, or whether you're kind of anywhere in between. There's a certain mental capacity, a mental state that the mindset is in, especially when the startup phase happens. When you're just starting up, you don't know what you don't know. You're kind of afraid to go out and take risks, right? But here's what I'm here to tell you, okay? There's no right or wrong way to run this business. That's number one. And number two, it's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it, okay? So it's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it if you just take the time and systematically break your business down, or break your business down in bite-sized pieces from the startup phase, okay? Whether it's getting your DBA or getting your, your LLC, or getting your EIN, getting your banking information, or whatever the case is. Now that you got that, now you go on to phase two. Okay, marketing. How am I gonna, acquire customers? How would I get new customers? What marketing methods would you use? Would it be online? Would it be offline? Like how you're going to go about to get the marketing. Number three, when the revenue come in, what you're going to do with that, right? How much is allocated to taxes? How much you're going to have to pay employees? How much are you going to pay yourself, right? What product, cleaning solutions, equipment, what do you need, right? So you want to break it down in bite-sized pieces. That's the way that I did it early on. I made an incredible lot of mistakes in a very early on stages, right? But I learned from those mistakes. I didn't let those mistakes cripple me. The mental capacity, every night as I got one contract, I was very excited, but I knew I couldn't become complacent. I knew I couldn't slow the momentum down, right? And what I mean by that, a lot of times when you get that first contract, you feel like you're bigger than life. You feel like you made a magnificent accomplishment, which you did, right? You took your time, you took your money, right? You took whatever resources you had, you put it out there, and yes, you got one contract, okay? But you got to turn that one to a two, that two into a three, right? You have to keep going. So that's what I try to impute in a lot of people that watch my content or watch my videos here on YouTube or in my coaching or whatever the case is. I never ever want you to give up. Okay, I don't care where your mind is at. I don't care what's around you. A lot of people, they say, well, Fabio, I got negative things going on around me. I tell people to take yourself out of that place, right? Well, what do you mean, Fabio? Well, if you stay in the hood or you stay in the rural area and it's just a bunch of wildlife and you're just kind of tired of seeing wildlife, or you're just kind of tired of being in the hood, or whatever the case is, go somewhere else, go on the other side of town, right? To maybe take a weekend trip to another state, right? I do that often. A lot of times I get the hell out of Ohio, get the hell out of Michigan, right? And I'll go somewhere, I'll take a flight, or I'll just drive somewhere, right? I take myself out of that environment. It allows me to breathe, it allows me to connect on a different level elsewhere, and then by the time I come back, I'm rejuvenated a little bit. It works for me. So I'm not telling you guys to necessarily go out of town, right? Because money might be a factor. But what you can do if you're, let's say, in the hood, right? And it's a lot of bad stuff going around. It's killings, it's shootings, it's bottle breaking. It's just terrible, right? And you don't want to be in that environment. Go to the suburban area, right? Go to a nice library. Go to a nice bookstore. Go to an area that you're really, really not familiar with, that might be kind of close to you to be able to get to, but you're just not too familiar with it. You never know what opportunity you might find just taking yourself out of one location and putting yourself in another location, okay? I still do that to this day, right? And I'm not even around no bad place, right? But I still take myself out of one situation and put myself in a different environment, okay? And that's, again, that helps with the mind. Go sit by the water. Most major metropolitan areas have a downtown connected to a waterfront somewhere, right? Or connected, you got a waterfall or whatever the case is, right? Go somewhere, get your mindset. I always tell people, if you can, to take a notebook and a pen, right? In case you have some notes you want to jot down. That way, when you do come home, you're a little bit more rejuvenated, okay? It doesn't take, it doesn't take, how should I put this? It doesn't alleviate what's going on around you, right? That's that environment. So yeah, you left that environment, you came back, but you were able to kind of clear your head. You were able to kind of put yourself in another mind space, right? So yeah, you came back to the hood, which is where you have, unfortunately, at this point where you have to reside, but that don't mean you're gonna stay there. Okay, that don't mean you're gonna stay there. So again, guys, I do not want you guys to kind of give up before you get started. If you've been doing this, for my people that's been doing this, and you say, Fabio, look, I'm making more money, I have more employees, the problems has grown dramatically, it's just almost too much. Again, do not give up on your business, okay? Because for my people that's been doing this for a while, you might have employees, you have a payroll system in place, you have a lot of stuff going on. You don't want to inconvenience anybody that's working on you, that's working with you, okay? Whether it's subcontractors, whether it's employees, W-2, 1099, whatever the case is, you don't want to inconvenience them. And what I mean by that, and I take pride in this myself, is you don't want to make a mistake and get so wrapped up in yourself that you lose track of your business, because that one mistake that you can make, that absolutely one mistake, could cause you a lifetime of heartbreak and cause other heartbreaks. Your vendors, your employees, they depend on the income and what you bring in, right? So that monthly revenue, that's how they feed their family, that's how they pay their car note, that's how they pay their bills, right? They depend on that job that they have with you, okay? They're doing you a service by giving you that freedom, right, where you don't have to do that. So they're doing you a service by giving you that freedom, and in return you're paying them for that freedom, basically. So you're paying them to allow you to do something else. You know, like in my case, I do a lot of different things now, but my employees free up that time where I don't have to necessarily go door to door, where I don't have to do the mopping and the sweeping anymore. They free up that time where I can go and do some Airbnbs, or get involved in Turo, or get on the, Weeble, app, or the Robinhood app. They allow time for me to get myself in a different space to create, to be a creator, to be an entrepreneur, right? So again, and I love that space, right? So you don't want to, even now, I don't really hang out in certain areas. I don't hang out with old people. If you got those type of people around you, that's all they do is complain. That all they do is have, negative thoughts. You want to take yourself away from them, because sometimes that could be the problem. Excuse me. You want to take yourself away from them. They could be a problem sometimes, even if it's just your family. People, you might say, well, I don't have any friends like that, but I got family like that. Take yourself away from those negative naysayers, those negative family members, because all that's going to do is wear and tear on your mental, and it's going to affect your business ultimately, right? So again, I'm very, very, very transparent here. I'm very, very concerned about my people, my startup people. The people that's been doing it, I know you can work it out. I know it's not easy, but you've been doing it for a while. You're 4, 5, 6 years in. You're making buku money at this point, right? You got systems in place and different things like that. I know, I get it, the frustration, right? But I know you're gonna work it out. But for my people that's just starting, they're just so tender. I look at it like a baby, right? They're just so tender. They don't know what they don't know. They don't know if they can do it. They watch these videos and they say, well, I watch this person, Fabio, I watch that person. Everybody have great content, but then they still scared to get started. Start today. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best is today, right? Get started. I don't want to hear the, Fabio, I don't have the money. Get started with what you can get started with. There's so many people. I've told people right here on YouTube that email me. They say, well, Fabio, I don't have the money to get started. I got so many people that I told to just get started without even registering their business. Hey, if you got to get it signed in your name to start with, hey, let them sign in your name. Let them write the check in your name, right? But get started. Now, I wouldn't tell you to keep doing that for a significant length of time, but if that's what it takes to get the ball rolling, it's better than not starting at all. If you go door to door and you let them know, hey, I have this business, and you checked your local DBA and you see it's available, so you start using it in your head or whatever the case is, and I started this business. A lot of times you could just build traction that way. You can get you a couple accounts before you even register the DBA, right? Before you even get the business insurance, right? Now you got to be able to make sure you can cash the check. So hopefully you got a bank account in your name, right? If they're writing the check out in your name, so that way you can cash the check. But with that revenue, you're gonna take that, put it back into the business, and start buying some of those things that you said you couldn't afford to start with. Okay. So again, guys, you have to find a way. And again, that's for my startup people. You have to find a way. Do not give up. Do not give up. I don't care what environment. I don't care who don't believe in you. I don't care if you post something on Facebook and you did one job or two jobs, and people say, oh, you know, that's just one or two jobs. You're still gonna lose. You still suck, right? Again, get rid of those ugly friends. Get rid of those ugly family members. Get rid of those ugly people that's around you. If it's just an environment, if it's where you live or an environment in which you stay in, take yourself out of that environment and put yourself in a whole another environment. If you need to go somewhere on the weekend and get a refresher, you're gonna book a room and a rental, or you're gonna get your Airbnb somewhere, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna go to Tampa, Florida, I'm gonna go to Miami or whatever, right? I'm gonna go to Chicago. I'm gonna go to a place that gets you out of that space and into another space where you can kind of clear your head, write some thoughts down, right? Get some sense of direction going, right? That would be fantastic. I would encourage you to do that at all costs. Okay? So again, guys, keep your mental mind frame, and also healthy foods, eating well. A lot of, overeating and processed foods and stuff like that. I know the cost of everything is going up, guys, but we still have to manage the best that we can. Nobody is perfect. There's always going to be garbage out here that we could eat, but try to eat as healthy as possible, okay? As possible as you possibly can, okay? Because that helps with a lot of the mind and the whole, I don't want to kind of go into a whole different dynamic, but that helps a lot with the body, the mental capacity, and everything in between, okay? So again, eating well, working out, get yourself to the gym, women too, get yourself to the gym, right? Start being out in these different places, networking with different people, get yourself out of your environment. So if you're in an urban setting and you're just like, I'm sick of this, nobody over here is running a business, go to where those people hang out, go to where those people are, right? Put yourself in that environment. You never know where your next contract is going to come from. You never know where your next business friend or business associate is going to come from. Okay, so again, guys, like I say, hopefully this video was very, very helpful. I mean well when trying to put this video out and explain this stuff to you guys. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Make sure you like, guys, to help with the algorithm. Help me get recommended to somebody that might need this information. Make sure you share it on your major platforms, your Facebooks, your whatever platforms. Okay, I would greatly appreciate that. Again, like I said, you can always leave comments in the comment section. If you need any help with anything, guys, email me at Hollywoodjanitorialserv@gmail.com. Hollywoodjanitorialserv@gmail.com. Oh, and one last thing, guys, real quick. I'm going to stop doing those free estimates because I get so many in, right? I've been doing it for years, doing the free estimates where you guys email me and I help you with doing the free estimates. So, I mean, if the people is already my coach, obviously I'll go help them. But if you have some estimates, guys, I haven't put a date on it, get it over to me, but I will keep you up in upcoming videos to when I'm actually going to stop doing those, because again, I have a whole shitload of requests for people that need help with estimates. Okay, so it's just one me, and I literally sit down and help you guys person by phone, and getting these numbers together and structuring your numbers and getting that request for proposal, getting those numbers, that estimate in. Okay, so again, I will be stopping that. I just want to put that out there. I don't have a date for it yet. So if you have a proposal, you have some numbers that need to be helped, that you need help with, again, I don't charge for that. You guys know that. Just email me, put proposal or help with estimate in the subject headline, and I help you as much as I possibly can. Guys, please be patient. I know I tell you guys to get the numbers in 24 to 48 hours prior to doing, after doing the walkthrough. So, but it's only one me, and I'm the one that actually help you guys with those numbers, okay? So that's gonna wrap it up for now. The only person, the absolute only person that can ever stop you from starting up your own dreams and making it to the top is you. Take care.